Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
All day, baby, all day. Down. 10 Lobo. Go out. Check 26, check 26. Now.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. A dump underneath to Jones. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Ready, set. X3. 218. Chop. Get it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'm too strong. Too big for you. Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line. 80 weapon. Single, slot. Hey, you're hit.
2nd and 11. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll drop the throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Pull it high. Hey, stand up. Shoot.
Now back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get 34 yards there. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll drop to throw. Fights him off. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 13. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
50, Mike, 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We own them. We own them. Switch. 44. I got it. Hot seven.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Newman escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Newman firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Check. Hey, let's get this. 44.
Operating from the gun. Newman steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. I'm trying to collect. 44's the mic. Get him on. West. You got nothing to do.
On 4th down, Newman. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, Newman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 24.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. 6 guys, check 6 guys. 36, 36. Shit, watch the hard. Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 66.
From the gun, Newman. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. Check. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
On 1st and 10, Newman. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for number 89, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. Here it comes. Football's the Mike's football.
Throwing again. Newman uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
On the default. Brings up 3rd down and
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I got you.
A final shot before break. Newman completes it to Davis. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Newman. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Newman. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but we're still.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Maurice Hurst. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
General West. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is QT, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Ready? 55. Check, 55. X3. 218. Chopper. Shoot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
80 weapon. Ready?
Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check.
They try again with Cohen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Newman. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get this.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Got it.
This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
152 fighter. Hey, high 7. Yo, faster. Lead them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Kiki QT. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes... Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First down, a run with Cohen. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Newman. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Back to throw here. A dump underneath to Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On the return is Cohen. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newman. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Check the backer, check the backer.
2nd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Again, it's Cohen. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, Cohen. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go. 44, 44. Mike, 44.
Here's 2nd and 8. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Operating from the gun, Newman. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Matchbox White. Look, squeeze. Check 3. Leo. Shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down again. Roquan Smith in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Green Bay, The win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's another week, another loss, as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our